Joey, what about Devontae Adams going to the Raiders, bro?
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Play fake, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Oh my god, bro. This fucking game. Holy.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
It's fucking crazy right now, dude. Can't make a fucking pass.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Right. Well, fucking only took us over a minute to fucking score one of us.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
Oh, I thought you got that.
My old college coach right now, he always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers. Right?
You know, it's almost like I knew what you were doing right there.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
All three of us almost got that, too.
The passing game last year's receptions went down from 36 to just 16, but let's be fair about this. He missed some time with a knee injury, and he also had
You like that, Joey?
who absorbed a lot of catches.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Adding to their passing game.
Don't know. I don't know either, but it went in, so it's all goofy. Starbucks would have laughed and probably said that was great.
And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they
Had a pretty nice layup right there, Starbucks.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
And sometimes they don't see the
I did. I drove right at this big guy. He jumped, and I, like, in midair went down and then back up with a layup. Just pretty much went up and under his arm and made it. Yeah, dude, it was pretty gross looking.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Run. Watch the ship. Hurry. Watch the ship. Go Mike 50.
Mayfield with it once more.
You better be afraid of me.
And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. The last drive, remember, a similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Check Mike 50. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On third down, Mayfield. He's going to go up top again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 7.
Oh, my God, dude. Come on.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Obviously, slowing down Mahomes going to be a tall order. He gets the completion there.
That kid hits a late, and I missed a slightly early knock cover. Good.
Well, as we saw
Makes
in the
sense
Super
to
Bowl
me.
against Tampa Bay, their number one goal was to get him to third down and long situations, not third and manageable, meaning 3rd and 4 or less, but 3rd and 7 or more. There were plenty of those situations because now you can unleash your pass rushers. And if you can get that going, get him pressured in the pocket, get him on the move, use those 7 behind him to cover, that's how you can play Patrick Mahomes the best, I believe.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
What we got? 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check 4. 57 colors. 57 colors. Yellow.
Now Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28.
And Demarcus Robinson may be unheralded in that Kansas City track squad of wide receivers, but he's been dependable for these Chiefs the past few years.
Double dog, that's the way. Kill.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Hey, watch the slant.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Put him on the buses.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
I thought I had it.
Butker's kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled.
Joey almost just dunked on that man.
Take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mayfield on play action. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Who's breathing into that damn mic? Damn. It's gotta be Joey.
It might be me, but I'm not. I don't think my mic was that close.
Screen. Watch the screen. Hurry. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, punk. Real. Mike 50.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Gets around him.
I got it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 42 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. KC
Oh, he got it back.
ready for their next drive.
Give me a break.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, let's go. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Watch the slant.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jacob Phillips. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey.
I don't even know why I did it that way.
As they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was real.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. My stats are all jacked up this game anyways. I'm all around stats, but I can't fucking do anything else, so. Fuck it. Might as well make it worse. I don't even care. I don't take fucking consistent dumb shots, so it doesn't really matter.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle there by the safety, but in truth, he's really playing linebacker because he's lined up so close to the line of scrimmage. He's able to read and react with force and make the play behind the line.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Grant Delpit, baby, let's go.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, 50. 50's the alert 33. Watch the run.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, Mike. What's that? Mike, regular. Go. My God.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games.
Jesus Christ, I cannot get a shot to fucking fall right now.
Period. And that's kind of cool. And
Holy, it's pissing me off.
matchups that we're going to come out of that.
Really, I'm ready for fucking bed.
And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
My God, I know.
Mayfield.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the
he's an
ball
AF.
to and get it out of my hands.
After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They're pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
And this one is right down Broadway, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
See, I still can't shoot it. I don't understand. Whatever. I don't even care. Well, that was an awkward looking shot. Shot by, I'm the point guard.
Fuck.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Fuck, I just got burnt by Tyreek.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he returns this to the 22. Browns drive about to get started.
What?
And we'll see
Bro,
how they want to
dude.
play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
I'm done after this game.
Oh, an absolutely
Ah!
juke. He's got some
Too close to the
space
outbounds.
now. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there just before halftime. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
What? Okay. Why am I so deep?
Mahomes
So I
will lead
wanna-
the Chiefs up first
Why was
and
I standing
10
there?
at their 25-yard line. Second half starts with a run by
Oh, I tried to
Edwards
set that
Helaire.
pick for you too.
And he'll wind up with
He just
about
fucking,
6 up past the
he
30
just
to the
ran it around me.
41.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Second down, back to Edwards Helaire. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now a swing pass, it's Edwards Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, boys, I'm out.
Who's gonna throw?
All right.
See you at work tomorrow.
Yep.
It's Hill, complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, and going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He runs. Kings. 44's the hurry. You ain't going nowhere. 44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check out.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I'm going pistol.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike's 50, Mike. Hurry. We ain't giving him nothing today. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I got him.
And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
I'm coming. Slam.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Watch the twitch. Run. Good work, boys. Let's go.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Off.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now here's Mahomes.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. 162 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Mayfield off the play fake. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give. This is Chubb. Able to slither by and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Browns have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2.
I got one. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. What's that? Here we go, G. Check. Hey, alert 33. Hurry. Motion. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They're going to try and run for it.
Is that it?
He will get into the end zone for 2, and this game now tied here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Fellas, let's set a tone. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, defense, let's go.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Hey, check.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Hey, alert. 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike's 50.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield, and he's got it. Touchdown. David Njoku, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth. There he goes, left side. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Jakeem Grant now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. 94 yards on the ground for him so far.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 4.
56, check, 56. Check. Check 9. He's checking.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Butker's kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Mayfield to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Finding Hunt, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Pistol. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch twist.
Now Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Here we go. What's that? Hey, check.
They'll give it to Chubb. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Now one final throw incomplete, and time will run out here in the 4th quarter, and we are going to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Here we go.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Now a 2nd down and 6.
28. Cut. Hey, number 28.
They'll set up a throw.
I got you.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this
it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.